It looks like I'm sort of working up a series here on my teachers, the teachers that I had in school. Anyway, I guess I'm doing it just in case I might run across some former classmates, or who knows, it might strike up some conversation and maybe even stir up some memories. But anyway, if you by any chance had the same teacher that I did, or was in a class of mine in the past, drop by and say hello, and if not, well, just join the conversation for whatever it's worth. My first teacher was Mrs. Lee, Temple Hill, Maryland. My second teacher was Mrs. Clements at John B. Gordon School in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, I didn't finish the first grade in Maryland. We moved before the end of the year, and I transferred to a school in in Atlanta. The reason we went to Atlanta is because that's where my grandparents on both sides of the family lived, and we were in transition getting ready to go to Alaska, where we would spend 3 years. Mrs. Clement wasn't like Mrs. Lee. She was a nice lady. She wasn't constantly fussing at us, but one thing she made me do, and that is my work. She made me do my work, and she would not let me go home until I had finished my work for the day. One time I pitched a fit because, I told her I had to go home, and she told me I had to stay there to do my work, and I cried and screamed and cried and screamed. Next thing you know, the principal of the school was there to calm me down. Well, Mom showed up later to pick me up, and Mrs. Clement told her all about it, and, well, I got in trouble for that. I had to stay home while she took my sister shopping or something like that. But anyway, I liked Mrs. Clement. She was a nice lady once I got to know her, and I got to where I could do my work, and it wasn't such a bad thing after all. And at the end of the year, we had our traditional ice cream with syrup and cake and all of that. So we ended off the year good. Did you have Mrs. Clement by any chance? That would have been about the spring of 1964. Anyway, drop me a line. Let me know. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.